Hello, it's your boy Kojo back again. That's right. I stole the intro. It's my show now. My show is my empire. 2021. You don't see Usmaan's face here. No. You see my face. I'm joking. I am Coach Kojo from the Free Midfield Podcast, hosting today for Usmaan, of course, here with my boys. First, I am going to introduce to my left or right, depending on how you're watching, Bits and Bobs. Sir, how you doing, bro?
Yeah. So what? It's your boy, Bits and Bobs. I'm good, bro. I'm good. You know what I mean? Happy New Year to everyone. Happy New Year to everyone watching. And Happy New Year to people who are watching at the back. Yeah, man. It's a good day on the 2nd of the first month in the year 21. I'll leave it at that, Kojo.
Love that. And just below us is my boy and our boy, actually, someone that me and him have quite a lot of disputes in the group chat, but it's all love, really. My guy, Kish, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, Kojo, man. I'm good. I hope everyone had a good Christmas and Happy New Year, man.
Yes.
It's Happy New Year for United fans, eh?
Trust me.
You know what? Was it last year that we played Arsenal on New Year's Day and we lost? And I was like, You know what? I'm already done with the year. Let's just end the season and get this going. It feels good to start with a win. A win we're now going to address, actually. A nice 2-1 win at home against a very good side in Aston Villa this season. Bobs, we'll start with you. How do you feel after this game now, thinking like, we're level points with the red side of Merseyside, and we have them sweating quite a bit. They're quite worried about us. What was your feeling on yesterday's game, though? Talk us through it.
Well, Coach, what do I call them? Cookie Crumble FC. You know what I mean? Everyone, when I first met you lot, I said we can win the league. You, man, looked at me like you're a madman. And I was just like, no. I said we can win the league. And now look at you. What happened? We beat a very good Villa side. Okay. 2-1, evidently. I'm the same, man. Look, Liverpool should win this league. So we keep getting told, okay? By the media, by every other Tom, Dick, and Mohammed fan channel, right? So I just find it very interesting, that we beat Aston Villa and we're in the same points as this team that are supposed to be amazing, supposed to blitz the league. And we're not even playing well. So I'm even more confident now. I'm thinking, well, we're playing shit, but we're winning. So what's going to happen when we play well? Do you know what I mean? So, listen, I'm not going to be, I mean, don't get me wrong, after the game, guys, it was scenes. Do you know what I mean? But I've had to sleep on it, one game at a time. But yeah, one step closer, man. One step closer.
One step closer indeed. And Kish, we have our injuries here and there, but there's one player that tends to get injured a lot who has come back and become an absolute rock for us. That is Uncle Eric Bailly. How was his performance yesterday? How good was that? How impressed were you by him?
Yeah, yesterday's performance was terrific from Eric Bailly. He works so well with Harry Maguire. Because obviously Harry Maguire, we know he's very slow. Eric Bailly, very quick. Read the game well yesterday, I believed. One thing I always think about Bailly is that he sometimes can be a little bit rash. And there was a moment yesterday where he could have, I think it was in the first half, I think the player got past him and he could have actually, I thought, please don't touch him. Do not touch him. Just leave him. He was in the box. And he checked himself. So for me, that was an important moment in terms of Bailly's game. So hopefully that's a sign of things to come, where he's just going to be a bit more level-headed, because there's no doubt that he's a good centre back. He's powerful. He's got all the attributes, and I think in terms of improving his game, it was every time I saw him play in the past, it was always just that cool, calm collectiveness, maybe taking his time a bit. But I saw that yesterday in abundance, and that challenge at the end as well. I finally got the replay as well. I was looking for that all day today, man. I wanted to see that. But fair play to him now. Very good. Just fingers crossed he don't get injured now, man.
Well, it's funny you said that, because Jerry United, shout out Jerry and his show as well.
Big up, Jerry.
An injury to Bailly, and we're back to square one. A centre back in January needed. So with that said, and with what Kish just said, Bobs, is it imperative that we sign a centre back because Lindelof is out? We don't know when he's back. Bailly, you cannot rely upon. And it's the same thing as Tuanzebe, who is good, but does have some injury worries. What do you think? What's your take?
I mean, look, you need to show common sense. And when they say, let's assess the situation, and the situation is at the moment, we are a fit centre-back light. And I think we need to. I think it would look if the guys went out and bought a centre back, we'd probably applaud the move because it's smart. You need to. You can't count all your chickens, and there's a good chance that flipping Eric Bailly might get in. So we need to buy a centre back. Buy a centre back similar to Eric Bailly, an athletic one. We don't need another Lindelof or Harry Maguire. We need someone that has got recovery pace. In fact, don't forget recovery pace. We need someone who has pace, who can play football, who's athletic, strong, someone similar to Bailly, just a better fitness level. And in January, guys, it's tough because, it's not really. I mean, January is not really a place where most big clubs do their business, is it? And I just think it's a tough because we're basically asking to buy a centre back and come and sit on the bench, if you think about it. Because if Bailly, we're basically saying to someone, sign for us. You might not play if Eric's fit, but yeah, you're still with us, and you're basically saying to someone to take a gamble. But then, if Eric gets injured, it's like we should have bought a centre back. So I mean, it's a tough one. And I know someone just said Upamecano, right? I'm not going to lie to you guys. I've never watched him really play, so I'm not going to say here we should go get Upamecano. We should get it because he plays in a high line defence with Nagelsmann, and we've seen how that goes. So for me, I'd look at the Premier League to see if we can. I take Ben White, even, to be honest. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. But yeah, we should, man. Definitely buy centre back.
We've had a lot of comments here. So people are saying over here that Akil's saying that we should buy a centre back. We need it. Ole didn't get what he wanted in the summer, so I'm sure that's in relation to maybe like a Sancho or someone like that. Tuanzebe and Mengi also need to be trusted by United Way. Shout out my boy. Zane saying Shaw can play centre back. Would you guys take Shaw centre back temporarily? Because I wouldn't. I don't think I can.
Not interested.
I'll be honest. I'd put McTominay there before Shaw.
Yeah, McTominay plays there for Scotland. That's what he plays there for Scotland.
But is it?
And I think we don't think
for Scotland.
He's been okay for Scotland. He's done a job there.
Bro, we're going to the Euros, bro.
And they're going to Euros.
We're going to the Euros and playing centre back. What's the problem? Come on.
So you can't knock him for that, man. Absolutely not. But do you know what? Right, I would only buy a centre back if it's. I know this is cliche, but if he's quality centre back, like I actually don't think. Apart from Upamecano, I think Alaba's going to Real Madrid. I heard. Who else really is in the market in January that we can actually get?
Facts.
That's
true.
That's why I racked my because I thought about that yesterday, boys. I thought, you know what? All right, we want a centre back, and I understand that we need one. There's no denying that, but actually, who can we actually go and get physically in January, likely to come, and that's gonna. It has to be a marked improvement for me. It can't be even Upamecano. I would say in January may be a bit of a risk because he's got great attributes. Don't get me wrong. But that game, I'm sorry, was alarming for me in Leipzig. He had a stinker of a game, and if we're going to spend big money on him in January,
it can't be that.
It is a bit of a. It's a bit of a gamble, man. I would say it's a gamble. He's got good attributes, but it would be a gamble at the end of the day, man.
Well, okay. I don't know where we go with that. I mean, McTominay at centre back has worked for Scotland. That is true. I don't know how much convinced by him. Upamecano, to be fair, I hear what you're saying because if anyone watches Bundesliga, everyone knows the defending in that league is so far from being the best. Like, it is quite shocking. Yeah. So many high lines. One-on-ones, defenders get beaten quite easily, to be completely honest. And that's why I'll be unsure about him because, as you know, it's not only defenders in that league, but also forwards. Sometimes they come here and they don't hit the ground running from that league because the structure over here is very different to how it is in Bundesliga. But with that being
just say it, bro. People are still finding Timo, man. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna shout it. Listen, yeah, the players in the Bundesliga that come over here historically have struggled. Now we could talk about our own players, Mkhitaryan, Shinji Kagawa. Okay, looked like ballers when we bought them, thinking yes, come Premier League. You know what I mean? You can talk about the Blue Nose, Russian club. And they've got a couple of Germans there. They ain't doing nothing, but everyone's making noise about them. Do you know? So for me, it's like if we we need to buy smart. That's what Kish is saying, isn't it? We need to buy smart, and it has to 100% make sense because you can go buy Upamecano now. Yeah, he plays 2-3 games, and then people come out. Oh, he's adjusting. We're trying to win a league title, mate. I don't need you to adjust. Do you know what I mean?
Time for that, man.
So is that why you're shouting out Ben White? Because he's a bit more experienced to this league, obviously. So he's been English football, especially. So you wouldn't have to wait for him to settle in.
Yeah. Like, I think he just needs to move house, doesn't he? To be honest, that's it. Like literally, I mean, do you know what I mean? And for me, I just think when I see, I will watch football, obviously, but like I see what he's like. He's quick off the mark. He's keeping up pace with Traore, which is no easy feat. And he's strong, you know. Man, show the barge in Traore, boy. Do you know what I mean? And I just think it makes sense. He's young, so you know he can learn off the current centre backs, and I just think it just makes a bit sense to get him. It'll probably take a pretty penny to get him, but you know he'd understand it as well. I believe he's English. I think he'd understand that. He'd know that. Where he is at his career, he's not going to start Man United, but he will play games, you know. But when he comes on, he will be vital, you know. So, and he's good on the ball. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he is. He is. To be fair, he is. Okay, we'll go from the midfield straight from the defense straight to the midfield. McTominay, Fred this season have been good. Paul Pogba's back to fitness now, and he's starting to show his quality. And Bruno Fernandes is inevitable. Thanos. Simple as that.
Crazy.
So let's start with Paul Pogba. Kish, I'll come to you first. You're not going to come to you there with Pogba first because me and you have gone back and forth with that boy. Of course, we all know what we said. We said in the chat, but I know. At the end of the day, it comes from a place where we both say we want United to win. That's what it is at the end of the day.
Yeah, definitely.
But Pogba has been in good form recently. Have you been impressed by the level of performance that he's been dropping ever since? Ever since Man,
do you know what? Yeah,
chat.
I got to hold my hands up because when I didn't fully realize the impacts of COVID, so I didn't realize at the time, this was a couple of months ago, that you could suffer from long COVID, so the symptoms, you know, could be quite substantial. So obviously that was the case in Pogba's Corona case. So I think he did look a bit, you know, when he came back, it took him a while to get back into full steam. Over the last couple of games, yes, I've been impressed with him. I think that's the level that he needs to perform at. He's played a few positions actually over the last few games, hasn't he? He's played. I mean, yesterday was a surprising one. I kind of actually liked it. He played further up the pitch, almost in like a Rashford position where he kind of plays. Well, you see him there a lot yesterday. I think he's been taking the game well. I've seen a marked improvement, not good enough yet. I'm not fully happy with it, but I've seen a marked improvement in his offensive work, which for me was the tearing out my hair moments with Pogba, because you know he's world class going forward, and a guy with that stature, strength, power, pace, we need him back as well. When he's in the box as well, even for corners, stuff like that, he's a commanding presence. So defensively, I like that. I think he plays now like he's a bit fearful. And what I mean by that, right, is I think he knows now, before he had free reign, before Bruno came, I think he knew that he could kind of do anything, maybe subliminally, do anything that he wanted, and he's still going to get picked every week, right? I think now, no matter if he's going or not, I think now he wants to play football, and he's realised, wow, Bruno's here, Bruno's the man, he's doing this. I've got to keep pace, and I think it's clear we're seeing competition for places now, and I think Pogba, you can see in his game and the last couple of games, he makes better decisions than previously we used to. He takes less touches on the ball as well. I've noticed that. So yeah, marked improvement from the guy. And like I said to you today, Kojo, earlier in the morning, it's now his time. It's Pogba's time to shine, right? Like this league that we want to win and we want to go for this year. The only way that we even have a chance of winning this league and going up against the big boys is in the big 6 games. When we're playing Liverpool, when we're playing City, he can't go missing. He's one of the players, him, Fernandes, those 2 boys, that they can't go missing. We need them to be at their utmost best when we play those big boys. And the stage is set for him now. Like, don't get me wrong, I've been Pogba's advocate. I've been Pogba's kind of worst enemy, worst fan, if you like, in terms of sometimes he absolutely grinds my gears. But the stage is set for him now, plain and simply. Yeah, before he goes or wherever he wants to go, the stage is set. Top of the league. He's got the players around him. The team's doing well. He's got the coach. There's no excuses for him now. And he can play a vital part in us even challenging for this league in the games to come, man. So we need him, man. Quite plain and simply, we need him to turn the hell up, man.
Yeah, no, I respect everything you're saying. I think you're spot on. At the end of the day, we all know that he hasn't been absolutely 100% consistent, and that's difficult for any footballer. But the most anyone has ever wanted is for him to be at least maybe 90% consistent. You can forgive that, But he hasn't dropped that. But hopefully this season, this form continues. This is an interesting comment, actually. I was going to go somewhere else, but I think, Bobs, we need to go with this one, because in the group chat about 2 weeks ago, I was asking you guys this question, basically. It's not a question. He said, I think we should sign Van der Beek from Ajax. A very cultured player would be a good addition to the squad. Heard Ole is an admirer of him. Obviously, talking in jest. But how do you fit Donny Van der Beek into this team when Pogba's in form, Bruno's in form? I know Fred and McTominay, I guess, would be the 2 that are debatable, but they kind of work well together. What would you do?
So, excuse me. So, basically, do you know what, yeah? I assume, and a lot of people forget that when we were dominating football, we had a midfield of Beckham, Scholes, Keane, Giggs. That's what everyone remembers, okay? Yeah. But they don't remember John O'Shea would jump in centre mid. They don't remember Phil Neville. They don't remember Nicky Butt, okay? Jesper Blomqvist. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a name I've heard in ages. Wow.
Do you know what I mean? Flipping Luke Chadwick, mate. Fucking Chrissy Eagles. Do you know what I mean? I'm taking it back, boy.
Right.
Do you know that? Unfortunately, you're gonna have quality players, yeah. If they can't get a game, you can't get a game, mate. Do you know what I mean? Look, what happens is that if Pogba's not playing well, maybe that's the answer to our question. Because Pogba's playing well, Van der Beek's not playing. The minute your performance drops, Donny back gets in. That's how it should be. It's called competition. There's no secret that De Gea's been playing better now with Dean there. There's no. It's a bit interesting how Wan-Bissaka's been in and out, and then all of a sudden he's attacking football. I do also think that's because Eric Bailly's there, because I think Eric Bailly provides pace. So Wan-Bissaka doesn't have to really stay back; he can go forward. But there's competition around the park now, and it's nice. But we're Man United. We're supposed to have quality players. What are you talking about? Do you remember when we used to say, "Oi, yeah, is that your player at Tottenham? Yeah, thanks, mate. There's 30 million. Give me your player." We used to cherry pick players, bro. We used to have. Do you remember when we had Ronaldo, Tevez, and flipping? What's it called? What's the other boy? The short boy. Rooney, that's it.
The short boy.
Do you know what I mean? Like, sometimes not all of them played at once. And, we had Park Ji-sung. We had, we had options, okay? What was it, the thing about we used to say last season? Oh, he's got to, the reason he doesn't make any subs is because we're going to bring Lingard and Pereira and all that stuff, yeah? But now, the thing for me is, we've got Donny van de Beek on the bench. Stop complaining about he can't get a game, and just enjoy the fact that we have quality options. Do you know what I mean? Like, real talk. Like, why can we not just enjoy our options that we have? Yes, so there's going to be, look, the cup games, Europa League. I assume he's going to play 90 minutes, if I'm honest. And this is the beauty of having quality options, okay? Everyone knows Thursday to Sunday is tough. Cool. Know what? Yeah, Bruno, mate, midweek, you're not playing. Donny van de Beek plays. Donny, it's mentality. Donny's going to be like, well, actually, do you know what? I want to play well, okay? And I want to be in for a shout on Sunday. That's what you want. Look, Fergie used to do it with players all the time. Do you know? I just think just instead of asking why is he not playing, just enjoy the fact that we've got Donny van de Beek to come on instead of Andres Pereira.
oh man. Andres Pereira doesn't even get game time in Italy right now. He's struggling to play any sort of football.
And my guy's just enjoying the Italian food, boy, the pizzas and the pastas. Do you know what I mean? He's just enjoying life.
Kish, Bruno Fernandes. Yes. That's what I'm going to say. There's no question. Wax lyrical. Do your thing, because honestly, I love Thanos.
Nah, the geezer is breath of fresh air, man. Absolute breath of fresh air. You know, a year ago, you know, when Oli came in, I said this. I said to a lot of fans who wanted him out, I said, look, the geezer, Oli's trying to change the culture in this team, right? And I think Oli, with Bruno Fernandes, he's not just signing a player as well. He signed so much more than that. He signs the person, like the person that Bruno Fernandes is, the personality that he brings, the character, the attributes that he has physically and mentally on and off the pitch. The geezer is just unreal, man. And you know what, right? The guy can have the worst game in the world, and he will put up a number. He will put up an assist. He will put up a goal, and that is purely down to mentality. And purely down to confidence. A player, you know, the average player that plays in the Premier League, you know, if they have a terrible game, they're probably going to have a terrible game, and that's it. You know, when Bruno has a terrible game, it's just his confidence, everything about him, his arrogance, if you like, as well. The fact that he thinks, you know what, I can do this again and again and again, and it's gonna definitely work for me at least once. And you know, I'm just full of praise for the guy. I think he's been instrumental. I want him to have the captain's armband. So I think Oli, what he might do, just so he don't piss off Maguire, hopefully just maybe next season just kind of shifts it on to Fernandes. I don't know how that would work, but ideally that's what I would want. The guy is a Man United captain, man. Like, you know, he just oozes Man United. In terms of his position, you know, people. I've had some of my friends call him a second striker. Some of my friends call him a CAM. He's for me, he's I don't even want to put a position on him. I think Oli gives him a license to do what he wants to do, because Oli also knows that defensively he's not a mug. He will work. So I think he buys the license to have a free role because he's quite disciplined defensively. That's if he loses the ball, you know he's coming back for it. You know he's going to run back for it. You know he's going to come and get it back. So, yeah, man, a terrific player. I think he's done wonders for our team, and long may that continue, man. I just can't believe I haven't had him. He's too expensive for my fantasy. I've had Kane and Son in, and the guy's been racking up points, and I've not put him. But he's in this week. So, yeah, he's the man. He's the man, and he's going to break Frank Lampard's record. So you can crop that out and make sure you say that at the end of the season.
That's a shout, you know.
I like it, Kish. I like it.
He's just putting up numbers, man. It's immense, man. It's immense. I ain't got a name on the back of this shirt yet, but I think I might have to get his name, man.
Fair enough. Oh, you know what? That's a shout. Hopefully, if he was here younger, that would have been great as well. But you never know. If he retires here, you never know. You never know. Bobs, simple question: Is Fernandes the best player in the Premier League?
Listen, shout out Jan City, and I hope people does crop this. I've been telling her, when they say Kevin De Bruyne is the GOAT, they're talking about the ginger of all time, because they ain't talking about the game or anything like that. Bruno Fernandes, see what Bruno Fernandes does, yeah? Messi done it, well, when Messi was doing what he'd done, scoring goals, any other midfielder that was doing it, if it was what Bruno was doing and a certain Englishman was doing it, it'd be all over everyone would be like, oh, wow, he's the best player, blah, blah, blah. Yes, he is at the moment. He is. Because right now, he is spearheading a title charge, you know? Look, at the end of the day, everyone says penalty, oh, Penandes. I love it. I love it. You know, the tears of the rival fans, just listen, I'll drink them all up because they're acting like penalty is not about the game. You know, when they say, oh, it's not a penalty. So what Pogba done, yeah? Sorry to go to it. What Pogba done, if that happens on the pitch, the referee blows a whistle for a foul. So what difference does it make if it's in the box? But no, to answer your question, he is, mate, because the numbers he's doing, you know, I don't do stats. I don't really give a shit about stats, you know.
Yeah.
But the way he plays, the influence he has, and just the fact that he leads. And, you know, if you watch ball, you can see what he's doing. You can see he's trying to manipulate the ball, dictate everything. And it's like, I dare say, we have a Manchester United player. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? He is a Manchester United player, do you know? It's just not some of these pussies we've had before. So, no, man. I think he is. And that's me not trying to be biased because obviously Kevin De Bruyne, look, you can say Kevin De Bruyne, Mane, you know, but I think right now, Bruno, man. Bruno. And the thing is, if we win the league, he's going to take all the accolades. Writers, players, whatever, fans. And I hope he does. Seriously, because we've not had a signing. Well, we've had a few signings where we're like amazing, but like, how the hell did we sign Bruno Fernandes? I'm trying to say to you, like, really?
I think the last time I got a feeling like this from a new signing has to be Cristiano Ronaldo, and that is donkey years ago. I don't think I felt like this about a new signing since Ronaldo. There's been no one else. You know, every time he gets the ball, you're interested. You know, your eyes light up because you know something's going to happen, man. So yeah, I agree with Bojan. He's unreal, man. And I just hope he can continue this. And I hope Ollie's smart enough to rest him when he needs to be rested. Yeah,
that's what I'm hoping. Europa League games, he just says, Van de Beek, mate, you're up. Do you know what I mean? Give him the 90 minutes because that's, you know, when I deeped it, Thursday, Sunday, I was like, oh, we're back again. But we have a better squad, I'd like to say we're better togetherness. I think we have the players that understand their roles a bit more now. You know, like, I love the fact that Pogba's playing more. And Kojo, what were we saying before about playing him in the position where he's most effective? Don't allow him to play in the middle of the park and do the Fred and McTominay role. That's not him, you know. I just think, guys, I've got a good feeling, man. Seriously, I've just got a good feeling, you know.
I love it, man.
Well, we've got some comments. We've got some comments here, so
why not, man? Dare to believe.
So,
I've slapped 20 quid on it anyway.
So Wass was saying obviously that Mourinho had to dig at him because of the penalties, but you know, as we all know and we all love here, penalties are goals, and they
did Kane not score a penalty today?
Yeah, Mourinho's salty, man. He's so salty, bro.
You know what it is about Mourinho, yeah? If he was
look at that, literally salty.
If Mourinho was manager of this team and Bruno was scoring, he would be waxing lyrical about it. It's the Mourinho lifestyle. Bruno,
but you know what? You got to respect Mourinho though, because Mourinho, if he's the manager of your club, he's all for your club. Like,
yes,
do you know what I mean? He's like F everyone else. Do you know what I mean? So you've got to respect that mentality. You know, I wish some of our players had that mentality because it means we wouldn't be hugging up opposition after the game and that.
Oh, I hate that as well. After the game, I can understand, but before the game, don't even think about it. They're all hugging, you know, being this, and I'm just thinking to myself, this is ridiculous, man. What has happened to the game, man? I remember the days when Neville was looking at Schmeichel, you know, airing the guy.
He was rattled.
Oh, man, you know, that's golden, man. That was in the Premier League.
But see, what? I love that, right? See, like, Kojo, I'm not going to lie to you, yeah? If I played against you, I'd kick you. And not because, that's my mate. I don't care. You're not, like, seriously, in Scotland, yeah? We used to say to them, a football match is not a friendly. There's no such thing as a friendly. You're there to win. He's not your friend. If he doesn't wear the same jersey as you, he's not your teammate. And for those 90 minutes, kick him till he's black and blue until you win the game. And even after the game, you do good game. You walk away. I'm not up for chit chat, bro. Like, chat to me like when people can't see, or chat to me like later on in the week or something. I'm not interested. I want that mentality, bro, because Fergie used to always. Fergie created it. You know, winners mentality, winners circle, them against us. Because look, they already hate you now.
He created so much that England didn't win the World Cup.
Yeah, exactly. Well, listen, on that note, guys, I'm gonna have to jet. I'm gonna have to go.
Bobs, thank you so much.
I'll speak to you all soon, okay? And make sure you like and subscribe to the guys, okay, and to the show. Kiss, nice to finally actually meet you, man. And Happy New Year, bro.
Likewise, man. Happy New Year as well, man. Take care of yourself.
Take care, guys. Good night, man. Speak soon.
In a bit, Bobs. And that was Bits and Bobs. So make sure you like and go and subscribe to his channel as well. Fantastic guy, wonderful guy. Pro rate, we have spoken about Bailly earlier. We are big fans of Bailly. We're just obviously worried that he doesn't stay fit because of injuries. But hopefully, right now he can find a good level of fitness and a good run of games. Kish, you know what? Let's get to the forwards. I was going to get to Martial, but instead, people are asking about a certain Marcus Rashford and why he always tries to shoot as soon as he gets the ball. But what's your opinion on Rashford? Because obviously those two have split a lot of opinion this season. A lot of people are very unsure about them. A lot of people are thinking whether they are, I don't know, I guess the word is good enough sometimes. Like Martial, Cavani's come in, impact. Rashford frustrates. Sometimes he's fantastic. Sometimes he's... But anyway, nothing from me. What is your opinion on Marcus Rashford first?
Okay, so Marcus Rashford, I think he's been fantastic all season. Okay. Yeah, I agree. I think you hit the nail on it. There are some times when you think to yourself, okay, why did you make that decision? Or why did you do this? Or why did you do that? I want to really answer that question that was down there. Why does he shoot every time he's got the ball? I think Wolves is their answer to that. The Wolves game is your answer to that. Yeah, why does he shoot every time he's got the ball? Because if he doesn't, we don't go 1-0. We don't win that Wolves game. Yeah. So I think I think that comes directly from Oli, right? I think Oli is the type of striker or the type of manager who was the striker that would say, if you've got an opportunity to shoot, get on target, and you might be odds on to score, or you might be odds on for someone to follow it up with the rebound. So I've been impressed with I'm really impressed with Rashford's build-up play. Honestly, I'm really impressed with the way he can hold up the ball. He can lay a pass. He's actually the weight of his passes sometimes are brilliant. I remember the Newcastle goal where he's flicked it behind him, and Fernandes has come behind him on the overlap, and he put it in the top corner. So Rashford, I think he's been good. He might be carrying a slight injury in his shoulder, I heard. So I hope he's going to be okay with that. But yeah, I mean, I think the numbers speak for themselves this year in the Premier League, and he's been vital for us. And I don't think if I have to put a kind of weakness or a criticism about him, it would be his clinicalness. I think he could be more clinical. For example, the header. Who was that against? It's a couple of games ago. No, he didn't. He didn't actually score that bit.
When he should have scored from just in front of. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, that was Leicester. That was Leicester.
Yes, that's the one. Yeah.
2 minutes into the game, and that's 1-0. And the it's a different game then. It's a different game because Leicester are under Kosh. But so that's one criticism I'd have of Rashford. You can improve that clinical side, but I think that's going to come with age. But I think that as he grows, he's a young man still, man. Everyone's got to remember that. He's a very, very young man. He's only 23 years old. So he's got a lot to learn, a lot to grow. But I think he's fantastic, man. I've got no problem with Martial either. He's putting up, okay, fine. He's the goals will come, right? I as a Man United fan, I don't understand this agenda against Martial for the last 5 years. In my opinion, he hasn't had a free run in the side in the first 3 years of his playing career. Yeah, whether it was because of the change of manager, whether it was because of his injuries. Well, it was definitely because of a change of manager, right? But, every time you had Van Gaal coming in, you had Mourinho coming in, he's not getting his run of games. And this is another reason why I big up OGS and big up my guy Ollie, sent Lukaku packing. See you later, mate. Martial, you're my number 9. Right, so now, and the one season, he gets a run of games. He puts up numbers like he did last season. 70. How many Premier League goals was it? Hardly any penalties. I think he had 1 or 2 penalties in those 17 goals that he got. Joint top with Rashford, beat Mans at Lacazette. You name it. So I've got no problem with Martial. And this season as well, he missed 3 games. That was his fault. Stupid. He shouldn't have done that. His build-up play, his hold-up play, the team that we are when he's leading our front line. Okay, he doesn't pose that same threat Cavani does, but I'd still have Martial starting over Cavani every game because I think he offers more in terms of building up our play, in terms of making sure our play is more fluid. I just think he just makes us that he gives us that little bit of an extra edge. And I'm not, I remember, as United fans, we can be quite forgetful, right? I remember we couldn't buy a goal against Mourinho. Not against Mourinho. When Mourinho was our manager, we couldn't buy a goal. It was disastrous. I remember thinking, if we conceded, we're not going to win this game. I don't have that worry anymore. Our front 4, 5, Cavani, Mason, Martial, Rashford, they're liquid. Honestly, I think any of them pose threats at any point in any game. So if I'm honest, I'm happy. I'm happy with our front 3. They scored the most goals in Europe last season, if I'm not mistaken. All right, fine, we're in the Europa League. Yeah. So I don't know what the big hoo-ha's about. Right, okay, fine. Do I want Haaland? Yeah. All right, well, I'd love Haaland. Do I want Harry Kane? Yeah, I'd love Harry Kane. At the moment, though, am I worried about our upfront situation? Absolutely not. The goals are coming. So I've got no problem with those 3 right now, man. And I just hope that they continue to improve. And so the correlation is real. The correlation is real, right? OGS walks in, our front 3 and front 4, our attacking players, they score more goals. And I really believe that's a direct correlation between the manager and those boys up front, man.
Yeah, I can only agree with that. I mean, we all know as Solskjaer, watching him in his time at United, the way he used to kill chances was fantastic. The way he finished them, the range of finishing, the time he'll take a shot, because he's always talking about, maybe getting shots through the legs, taking a shot early to make sure the keeper can't settle and get himself ready to save a shot, all that kind of stuff. And for me, that's where I get a little bit frustrated with Martial, because I feel like he has that ability also in him to do the same thing. And I know for a fact, just like you said, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been training that. I know he's been working on that. Because when we saw it last season, actually, we just saw it last season. I don't have to even go into detail. Yeah. Everyone saw it last season. And even now, you even got another experienced striker in Cavani who approaches shots in another myriad of ways. The way he went for diving headers against Southampton in the comeback, the goal against.
Kojo, can I just say as well, yeah? You see yesterday that movement by Martial. That's a Cavani movement.
Yeah,
that's a Cavani movement.
Yeah.
And I don't understand what the commentators were saying yesterday. I think at the time they were like, "Oh, it's a lucky goal." I was just thinking at the time, are they serious right now? Like the movement was brilliant. Like he's actually moved from inside to out, right? So he's moved inside to out. He's actually moved his body away from his goal, and then he's headed it in. I thought that was fantastic. I thought it was fantastic, absolutely brilliant. So yeah, man.
I completely agree. All right, just to wrap up quickly, next game is a certain derby, Manchester derby. I think the last time we played them in the semi-final of the Carabao Cup was when Rooney scored the winner against them, that header. I might be wrong.
Okay.
But anyway, it's a one-leg tie this time. So you win this game, you get to the final to face either Brentford or Tottenham. I am of the sort of club where I want us to win everything. I refuse to believe that even in the heydays of Sir Alex Ferguson, he took a team out there to say, well, it's Carabao Cup, so it doesn't matter. I believe that we want to win everything. How imperative do you think it is for us to win this game against City and get to a final?
100% imperative, because it's about confidence and it's about not breaking that run, not breaking this momentum that we've got going on right now for anything, right? Because confidence, you don't just have confidence is not split up. You don't have confidence in the Premier League and then you don't have confidence in Europa. You just want to win everything right now, right? And I think that's what we're seeing. That's what we're seeing. Like yesterday, we grinded out a result because of confidence. And I think the spirit of Manchester United at the moment, in terms of that they have as a team, you even saw it yesterday with Buddy, or hugging him at the end. So yeah, absolutely go out and win that game against City. Because I mean, look at it. If you think about it, we win that game against City, we're going to be sky high in terms of confidence, right? Burnley are going to get whacked up, right? And it's straight onto it's onto Liverpool. We lose that City game, you kind of take a step back, and you know it will impact our confidence. So yeah, definitely. And it's a derby at the end of the day, and you're absolutely right. Fergie, no matter what cup it was, if it's a Manchester derby, you know he wants to win it at the end of the day. So yeah, let's go out, let's win that game. I think that's vital that we win, and we need to break that jinx as well. This semi-final jinx, right? So that's another reason why we should really want to go win this. And Ollie, I know what he wants a trophy, whatever trophy it is. I know the geezer wants a trophy. I think the players need a trophy to kind of feel like winners. And what good way to get our hands on some silverware by beating City and probably Brentford. I think Brentford are going to do Tottenham. Yeah, big up Brentford, by the way.
Fair enough. Brentford, they're a good team. They're a very good team, to be fair. So it would be interesting to see how Tottenham react. It's also, I mean, that'll be interesting for both of us. I mean, you got Tottenham, who are desperate for some level of trophy at this point, because they had a good team under Pochettino, but they didn't win anything under him, unfortunately for them. And Mourinho has gone there, and the idea is obviously when Mourinho goes somewhere, he wins. And more often than not, in his first full season at a club, the first trophy he does win is the League Cup. But we have been, I say, semi-successful, because we both know we want United to win Premier League and Champions League, but we have won everything else bar those two. Yeah. So we're also
in a place where if we could beat Tottenham in the final, that would be sweet, wouldn't it? For that 6-1.
That would be that. We need revenge for that game. We need revenge for that game. I won't be satisfied even if we beat them at White Hart Lane or whatever the new Tottenham Stadium's called for, and we beat them 1-0. that won't satisfy me. They gave us 6 at home. Yeah. That's unforgivable. Completely unforgivable. But let's wrap up here. Kish, thank you so much for coming. I've missed you, man. You ain't been on this platform for a while.
I know, man. I've been so busy, but definitely I'm gonna make some more appearances as well, man. But thanks for having me, Kojo, man. Thanks for hosting. Thanks for hosting. I'm sure it was,
cheers, man. You got Twitter, right? Plug your Twitter, I guess.
No, I haven't. But sign me up on Instagram. 31.
Okay. All right, wicked. And everyone that's been commenting and watching, thank you so much for tuning in. Comments were much appreciated. Imagine that final. It was beautiful, and thank you for the compliment, my bro. I'm gonna catch you in the group chat. Don't watch, I'm coming through. All right. This has been Kojo on Usmaan's show, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. More importantly, subscribe. We're getting close to 1K. Support the boy. And if I do a selfish one, that's my podcast, Free Midfield. Come check us out on YouTube. Subscribe to us as well. All right. Cheers.